Get ready to discover a powerful, natural tool to accelerate your healing and recovery from cancer. In this video, we are going to explore the powerful benefits of implementing a fasting routine, whether it's to lower your risk of cancer or to optimize how your immune system and how your body is fighting against this disease process. And let's go through step by step what you need to do to unlock these healing abilities and to give your body the best fighting chance. In this video, I wanted to take you behind the scenes of what a 3-day water fast looks like. I'm going to be going through this process and to show you how you can apply the same things under medical supervision. So when I'm working with patients, I make sure to do these things so it's not causing more harm and more stress on your system, and to make sure you're actually a good candidate for implementing a fasting routine. So if you're already malnourished, if you're cachexic, if you are not putting nutrients in your system and you're losing too much weight, fasting may not be appropriate for you. I have seen hundreds to thousands of patients who have implemented their own water fasting routine and didn't know that they were actually breaking the fast and doing things that are more harmful for their health. So make sure you watch this full video, because I do not want you to fall into the same category and not have the beneficial effects and really just create more stress on the system by it not impacting how cancer is growing in the body. And I can relate to a lot of you that have made these simple mistakes, because I have done them too. So for example, I would do a 16-hour fast and be so proud of myself and thinking like, that's amazing. I had my last meal at a certain time. 16 hours later was my next meal. But really, I had lemon water or green tea, or I had coffee with just a little bit of almond milk in it, and those things would break my fast. Now, that doesn't mean that everyone is going to have an increased blood sugar level by those specific things, but for me specifically, it does. I need to just have water and just have certain things that do not affect my insulin and glucose. Anytime that you're putting something in your body that spikes insulin, spikes glucose, you are breaking the fast. So even if it's an itsy bitsy little bit of MCT oil or butter, or there's something that specifically for you, it increases the glucose, then even if it's full fat, then you need to avoid it. So by cheating and by getting just a little bit of glucose into your 16-hour time frame, that is actually breaking the fast. So a lot of the times I would really just have a 12-hour fast or a 14-hour fast, which in some studies have shown to actually be quite beneficial. But if you're looking to prolong the fast in order to bring down inflammation and to help take control of your cancer's growth, then we need to do this in very strategic ways and not just jump into a 72-hour fast, because that is really setting yourself up for failure. Speaking of setting yourself up to not fail, is make sure that you are not loading your cupboards with things that you love that are high in carbohydrates. So even the typical regular meals that you would have on a daily basis may be extremely high in carbs, like spaghetti, for example. 63 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, which gives it a net carbohydrate of 60 grams. That is how much you should have of carbs in a typical day, or less when you're preparing for a fast. So unless you're just having 1/4 of this package and that's the only carbohydrates that you're getting, no other vegetables, no fruits, then that may be okay when you're trying to prepare your body into a prolonged fast. But also any crackers, or even the healthier ones that have just more seeds in them, this alone has 17 grams of carbs, which is a lot higher when you're thinking of your daily consumption. So the 2 to 3 days leading up into a fasting period, you want to aim for under 50 grams of net carbs. So focus on things like coconut milk. You can put those into smoothies. You can add this with animal proteins and nuts and seeds and tons of spices. I also will make sure to soak these nuts for over 12 hours, put them in my fridge, make them easier to digest, but higher protein, higher fiber, and lower on the carbohydrate count. Luckily now there are a lot of alternatives for different types of pastas. I like this one because it's high in fiber. There are virtually no carbohydrates in it. So if my family is having a pasta meal, then I'll just make this on the side. If I'm preparing for the fast, I want to make sure that the carbs are low and that I am not spiking my glucose and insulin, but I can still enjoy a meal with my family. Now, genetically, it's really interesting because I have the FTO Snip, which means that I genetically have a higher ghrelin production. So I am constantly looking in the cupboard, seeing what can I have. Even after I have a big meal, I'll still feel like I'm not satiated and I need something else. So if that is you and you're constantly feeling like you're hungry, your ghrelin is high, you want to make sure that you are filling your cupboards with things that are higher protein, higher fiber, and very low on that carbohydrate index. If you want support with what this would look like and how to plan an anti-cancer meal plan, make sure to go to drlori.ca. I'll give you a free meal plan, which is preparing you to live a healthier lifestyle with lower carb, healthy amounts of fats, healthy amount of protein. You can use this on a daily basis or to help prepare you for a 24-hour or longer fast. There's also a huge mental preparation part of doing a 3-day or longer fast. You know, if you have a social event coming up, or you know that you're not in the mental space to do a fast, if you're about to get your period and you just feel like you need nourishment at that time, or if you're on your period and feeling lethargic, you know, you just have to really be ready for that time. So for you specifically, if you pick a 3-day span where you say, okay, I have no events in those 3 days, I'm able to lie low, I can prepare my body leading up to it, that's what you really need to do. So just to jump into a fast, that can be very stressful on the system, and it can also be you're just not mentally ready. So for myself, I haven't decided when I'm going to do this 3-day fast, but I want to take you behind the scenes and show you step by step what I'm doing, how I'm feeling after 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, and how I'm going to break my fast. I'm also going to be showing you how I'm testing my glucose and ketone levels, what to do to get my ketones up, what I can do to bring my glucose down, and also help to get rid of a lot of the side effects that commonly come along with fasting. So headaches, dizziness, sometimes you can have sleep issues or cramping in the muscles. So I'll take you through all of that in real time. I'm super excited. But right now, I am not ready to jump into a fast, so I'm not going to. So for the next few days, I'm really gonna be conscious of how much fat, healthy fats I'm putting into my body. So I'm gonna have more MCT oil, more olive oil. I'm gonna have animal proteins. I'm gonna have a lot more nuts and seeds. I'm gonna have smoothies, vegetables, have fruits, all the things that really help support high nutrition in my body. But I'm gonna keep my carbohydrate level extremely low, to under 20 grams of carbs. That's for me personally. For a personalized approach, make sure you reach out to me and my team, because we can help you prepare properly for this process. But that's how I'm going to do it. And stay tuned, because I'm going to let you know step by step how I integrate into this fasting protocol.